It's Overreaction Monday. Welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Lupagus here with Onebar, and it is Monday following one of the worst defeats in Vikings history, getting their ass whooped 43 by the Cowboys. And, we saw it during our live stream during the game. A lot of overreactions very early in this one.
Everybody just saying, screw it, I'm done. I'm starting to look towards the Twins, anything but the Vikings. And we're going to go over the top four, which we think are overreactions. And you let us know if that's an overreaction or not.
Yeah, before we do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash it, as the kids say. We're working our way to 9,000 subscribers. Cannot wait to get there. We made a pretty big jump here recently. We're going to hit this thing damn close, I think.
Let's do this. Hit that sub button. It's so easy. It's why I'm easy.
Wow. All right, let's start with one here. This loss is on Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins could fart out there and people are done with him. Oh, that's why they lost, blah, 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 blah. They're just waiting for Kirk to have a bad game and jump all over him. And if you can't put it on Kirk Cousins. Offensive line. What was he pressured on? Like 70% of his passes?
Historic. It was like a historic number of pressures from a four-man rush. I think it was 35.9 something when Mahomes faced the Bucs in the Super Bowl. Kirk was, it was like 65%. So he never had a chance. It's like when you used to turn your homework in high school, you always got incompletes because you just didn't do half the shit. He never got a chance. He just never got a chance. I mean, you get the ball, there's someone on top of him. Usually it was Micah Parsons or Dorrance Armstrong just thrusting away on him. He didn't have a chance to do anything this game. And when he did have a second, if the guy's a little bit gun shy from getting hit every time, you can't blame him for that either.
Yeah, even the fumble that started the game, nobody's holding on to that ball. Nobody. You could have pretty much put any quarterback back in that pocket last night and yesterday. It would have been the same outcome. Ugly.
He had no chance at all. But we're moving on. This loss is not on Kirk. So if you think that's an overreaction, shame on you. Your buttocks spanked.
Wow.
All right, let's go to the next one. Which one should I do first? Let's do the backups here. A lot of guys our depth is horrible. Our depth is shit. Our depth is ass. I saw that one a lot, and maybe more toward the end here when the backups were doing very bad. Depth is ass. What do you think of that one?
I mean, look, let's talk about who they're mostly talking about. Andrew Booth, rookie, tough game. Blake Brandel, PFF scores were lower than Lupagus's balls hang. James Lynch, Bullard, Blacklock, all these guys were just nobody was showing up. I got to say though, Tonga graded out like at a 90. So the Tonga,
awesome.
Well done.
He's awesome.
But this one has a little bit of validity to it.
Yeah, it does. There's some truth here. The backups, our depth isn't great. Again, you're getting forced into a game like with Randall's situation. He did great in the same situation against the Bills. This time you play a little bit longer, and it wasn't pretty at all. Andrew Booth Jr., he's making his first career start, really his second game in the NFL. So still very young, still very raw, still very green. Yeah, our depth's not great, but I don't think it's going to be the downfall of this team either.
No, and it's not a surprise. We knew our depth was sketchy at best, especially where we were looking. We knew if something happened to their side, we would be screwed. We knew if one of our defensive linemen went down, which they had, we would be screwed. And, Booth is our third guy. If Caleb Evans out, Danzler out. So, is what it is.
So it is what it is. We're way down the depth chart at some of these positions. So let's go to this next one here. This is the start of the downfall. Vikings are going to lose the rest of the games. This team is fake. This team is phonies, frauds, and it was showed today against the Cowboys.
A lot of this seemed to come from more of the elderly Vikings crew that have been through this in the past. We've seen it firsthand as well, where they're just like, yep, this is it. We see it all the time. This is done. You get spanked like this. A team that's going to compete shouldn't lose like this at home. They are going to be done. This is the downfall. I'm not buying it.
And there's some history saying this won't be. You look at the Bucs a couple years ago, they got their ass kicked by 30 at home. They go on to win the Super Bowl. Even the Vikings, I brought this up yesterday. The season when Seattle came to, when we were borrowing the Gopher Stadium, we got smoked there. It was like 40-7. Came back in the playoffs. We played them tough. We should have won that one. Blair Walsh on that missed field goal at the end there. So just because you get your ass kicked in one game during the regular season doesn't mean everything's going to fall apart. Yes, there is some concern coming up with the schedule. You got Patriots coming here on Thursday, a good team. The Jets coming, a good team. You got some tough games coming up. You're going to probably lose a few more, but come on. We won 8 games for a reason. This team has some balls. This team has some talent, and they know how to win football games. Just today against the Cowboys.
I see this as the uprising.
Yeah.
The uprising. This is where, you know what? We're not bulletproof. We can lose. We are not the number 1 ranked team. Kevin O'Connell, come out. Let's go. Fire these guys up. They never want that to happen again. Come Thursday at home, that ain't going to happen again. They're going to whoop some ass.
And here's the last one that again, this one came up again a lot during the live stream. But if the Vikings do make it to the playoffs, if they do, because we're going to lose the rest of our games, but somehow they win a couple more, we're going to be one and done for sure. We're going to be one and done. This team is fake.
What do you think?
I think this is bullshit. Again, I mentioned it already with the Seahawks game. It doesn't. Here's the other thing you have to factor in. We had no Darisaw most of this game. We didn't have Delvin Thompson. Right now, you have a turd of a game. Playoffs are here. It's a whole different bird. You're gonna be preparing your ass off for this one. Hopefully, the team's healthier. And again, a month from now, this team could be playing different football, better football than they are right now, than they are against the Cowboys. So a lot of things can change. Just because you get your ass beat 40-3 against a team that's going to probably be in the playoffs doesn't mean when playoffs roll around you're not going to be able to compete.
Yeah, that's hogwash. Just hogwash. I mean, yeah, this would feel a lot better if it was in Dallas. It wasn't. Whatever. We're still playing. We could possibly have home field advantage. Absolutely. But you know what? Come playoff time, I want those Cowboys again. I want Dallas. I want to beat their ass. I want J-Ron Curse to eat it. Anybody who does that skull chant, it doesn't pan out in the long run. It does not pan out. So we're going to get him.
It's not even that. And then you're seeing all these chains things on Twitter too. I mean, it's just anytime you do something fun, you lose a game, you're going to get your ass called up for it, and you're going to get made fun of. So that's life, man. That's life. But that's it. Those are overreactions when it comes to Vikings Cowboys. Let us know if you have any more. If you agree with some of these, if you think they're hogwash, as Onebar said, or what.
Foul language.
Also remember this. A group of porcupines is called a prickle.